Shafere Bafetu, we're back once again to the most popping podcast. It's the Culture Decoded podcast with your boy, Brint, Brint to the Z. And as usual, Petit Pijamo Fish.
Sure.
And today we are so very much blessed and we are excited to bring you the guest that we have today. This guy is one of the most talented acts from the City of Kings. He's one of the most decorated, one of the most accomplished acts in the city. He makes the most amazing music. Abantu bayithanda music apura low, and you know he's one of the people that I also respect also in this journey, Lami, as an artist. You know, there is so much more to his journey that we can talk about. We can spend the whole day scrolling about what he has accomplished.
The old people's home,
you know,
everywhere.
Multiple award winning, multiple accomplished artist. Allow me to introduce to you Msizkay to the podcast.
Ayoba. Cool to be here. Good to be here.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for coming over to the podcast.
Thanks for inviting me, guys.
So, like, Culture Decoded podcast. The purpose is that we want to tell our stories of people like yourself. You know, we want to get the in-depth insights. Who is Msizkay? What's happening in his life? There is certain things that we know. Hey, some platforms won't get to ask you. You know,
true.
Lapa bro, ya kuluma whatever. That's not much. We say whatever, you know. So thank you for coming over to the podcast. Just as a preempt, like how are you, bro? Like when and how did you start your year? And you know, like how are you? How is Msizkay? Like if it's a fan wants to hear, how is Msizkay? How is their favorite artist doing?
I'm sharp, never fit.
Yeah.
I think I'm in a good space. I'm excited for the future, and I'm excited even about today. You know. It's not every day that you get an invite from a podcast, but no, this is Opola. You know, I'm in a really good space. I'm happy. Music is going well. Life is going well. And very soon, Siyayaka.
Alright. So, like, we understand there is a campaign that you're running with right now. So, like, I like the campaign personally because what we want is for artists to become owners of real world assets, you know?
Bro.
And I understand it came about after you won an award last year. The prestigious Bulawayo Arts Awards, and then you took it upon yourself to say, okay, I'm gonna use my music, and then I will start a campaign called to build a house. Can you just tell us more about that, and where are we with that aspect of the campaign?
Yeah, so there are it's a campaign to build at the residential stand that I won at the 2022 Bulawayo Arts Awards after winning People's Choice Award.
Yes.
That comes with that residential stand. So shout out to the Bulawayo Arts Awards. Shout out to TCI International. Because their initiative here is a massive initiative. I'm an artist, kumele own my assets. Guys. You know, kumele own my assets. And yeah, kumele kuyakhiwe yabo. So I mean, vele kahle kahle njengomsizkay. My mission statement is to inspire and entertain people. So masesiya lapho, taking it back to that, sesikubisa ngapha to present day. What is more inspiring than someone saying I aspire to be like that guy? He used his brand to build himself up, you know, to acquire this or to acquire that, or to take himself up from poverty or whatever circumstances that he's living in. So to inspire people, to inspire especially upcoming artists. What I want to do with the Indlugam Rapper campaign is have a situation whereby my brand builds me a home. Without me necessarily having to fork out money from my pocket, but my brand should build me a home. Chomo Hlezi or say Makokoba, you know, a kid growing up wanting to do music should be able to say, no, through music you can be able to build a life. If you make good music and you build a good brand around it, anything is possible. That's the vision.
So ngiyayizwa indaba yakho Msizkay. Indlugam Rapper. But now, as a kid, let's say you are that kid from Makokoba. Obviously, you didn't have this mindset.
Growing up, it depends.
Before you answer me, how did you get here?
Okay.
from usasemncane how i-journey yakho ibinjani to ukuthi uzofika ekhathesi ukuthi yazini let me do this for the people.
But basically me always I've always wanted to not just be an entertainer but also someone who motivates people, you know, or someone who people can look up to as a brother, as a friend, as an, you know, as a symbol of hope or whatever it is that you're looking for at that moment. So mina ngiqala ukuhlabela nje, for me mostly without a lie it was passion. Passion, that thing with I'm pushy passion, but fair to pushy passion because I'm passionate about music. Music tanned, I'm afraid. Music tanned. So it was a good outlet for me, for my emotions, for my thoughts, you know, and also nje, it was a good way for me to see ukuthi kona how creative I can be nje as a person. So nga umuntu ebona mina out there aspire like to be an artist. The one thing that would make them more attracted to being like me or like any other artist out there is my accomplishments that came with what being an artist, what I've achieved through being an artist.
That's true.
So that for me it's very necessary ukuthi umuntu nxa by artist ekhona ukuba lezinye izinto aziachievayo during that time. So because anyone can be an artist but not everyone can be a superstar.
True.
That makes sense.
And khona kokwenza kuhle because lathi sathi sikhula obvious maybe abanye babale nhlanhla enough to know i-passion yabo besakhula. Because lakathi wakhona base age yami or years younger or older abangakwazi ukuthi
was still searching for that one.
And I'm glad that you're pushing your passion because abantu abaningi sebakhala lendleleni yazi it's not gonna help ngapha ngabadala ukuthi passion yakho le alright mbani omaziyo but now what you're doing you're not only changing i-mindset yabantwana you're changing i-mindset yabadala
as well
because nxa bekubukele like Msizkay is achieving this ngeze umntana nami ehlabela ahambe ezama mntana nami uzaba njengomsizkay
uzayakhill exactly, you know.
So I think
true
into yenzayo singabe sikhuma sihleka so but it's very big,
it's very big,
and it's impactful.
It is
impact. We all aspire to be like people who have accomplished certain things that we think we want to have in our lives as well. So ngeke umuntu aspire to be like you ndoda lawa lapha umchita but you renta laphana after 15 years in the industry. Into ezinjalo. You need to be inspiring not only through the music that you make but also through the life that you live. So that's what we're trying to do with this campaign. Inspire people like big time.
Abantu bangena njani into the how people going to get involved.
And also to add on to that, what can people expect? I mean, I know I've seen you perform. I've sang along, I've performed, you know. So what can people expect? You know, I saw that lineup. You have other acts as well. Other acts from the city. You have put quite a number of acts from the city. Like I think if I remember, lineup it goes to 10 extra people that you put on there. So just to help you with that vision, because it's important for us to come together as artists. Like, okay, one of us is doing this, right?
True that.
Let's champion that because next time is someone else. So what can people expect? What can they expect from the concert itself?
Alright. So gahle the concert. My belief is that the campaign is bigger than the concert. The concert is part of the campaign. So if you want to get involved with the campaign, you can do so in any way, even if you feel like, hey guys, I've got these 15 bags of cement. You don't necessarily have to come through to the concert to give them, but you can come through to the concert and give them, or even after or before you can get in touch with us. However you get in touch with us, we've got all these details on our social media, our email details, our phone details are all there. So get involved with the campaign. And if you want to support the campaign through the concert, buy your ticket, come to the concert. Take ticket lako, be it the foundation ticket, the brick by brick ticket, which is your VIP, or the roof ticket, which is your VVIP. So come through, support the concert, and then Tina, we will give you an amazing show. Myself, all the artists on the lineup, Amani, CTL, you know, Indigo Saint, Luminous, Lucci, Mawiza, Manine, Zo7, the list is endless. DJ Fritz, you know, it's crazy. And also we have Zimbiana Joins who will be coming down all the way from Harare, for the concert. So it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be a vibe, man.
That's amazing.
So now, I mean, as an artist, I'll have this question. Obviously, angikho ku line up. Yeah. So I'm wondering la. Manje phela lami ngifuna ukuyakhinjwa. Kanti ukuthiwa abaku line up kuphela. How do I get there? Where Msizkay is, or where other artists are in positions to receive the land and everything. So how do you go about that as an artist?
Like if you were to talk to a young artist, in terms of positioning yourself,
I think I've touched on it, but Mina, I feel you have to make content or even music, depending on whatever you do, whether you create, you're a dancer, or you are an artist that makes music, or you are an artist that actually paints, or whatever you are, you have to create content and put it out there. Also, if I build a brand around your content. That's one of the best ways to get other brands that are in a position to actually help you, and individuals that are in a position to actually come on board and work with you. You know, to want to work with you, they have to see relevance in your brand. You understand? So, you know, shout out to brands like Builder's Choice and Dreamhouse Construction, who have come on board and say, no, Msizkay, you're doing this campaign. We want to be a part of this campaign. How do we help you make your dream come true? Let's work together, because we see something that can be good for you and good for us too, as a brand, from one brand to another. So build your brand. Whatever you do, build your brand.
Look at you artist. You complain. Cheki mina mbono, cheki in, but it's good ukuthi usukhulume ngakho, which is building your brand, which is indlela oziphatha ngayo as a person ebantwini,
you know,
professionalism. Angeke uthi sesikubizile ushow, you show up drunk after 1 hour, you're not ready. So that's part of building your brand. And akula company or other brand like builders, angeke ibuye kumsizkay because to Msizkay
it's not a trusted brand.
But so
because that would be tainting their own name. I'm a brand of usebenzisana labantu.
They want to associate with something that's positive.
Is about
positivity. Why? So like, and a lot of people, like outside even of music, they understand if you're in business, music being a business. For me, music is a business, and I always treat it like a business. So if you're in business, whether it be a product or a service that you're selling, there's 3 things that determine whether people will buy. So if people know you, if people like you, and if people trust you. So if you build your artist brand around those things, make sure people know you. They won't work with you if they don't know. So whatever you do, whatever you sell, a product or a service, people have to know you, they have to like you, and they have to trust you for them to be able to do business with you. That's amazing. That's the story.
That's amazing.
Msizkay, gents.
Msizkay. Because, like, you know, I feel like that ambiguousness ever corner with the art, like, it's so we lose track of that, you know, as abantu, it's okay. How do you then package it in a way, is it a commercially viable business thing? So I think that's important of what you just said. That it's good. It helps someone who is watching this, like, oh, okay, this is how I actually go about this. They change the framing about this. So now the fans know what we are doing this campaign. We're helping, but you know, like it's always. They'll always ask you one question, where is the new music? Where is the music? So like in terms of free music, like where are we? I understand you put out your album last year, Sizalobuhle. That went well. Was it a double disc?
Yeah, 18-track album.
It was an 18-track album. Hey, massive dog.
Yeah.
I want to say
I
want to skip on my EP. That's amazing. So actually put out, you see now. So like, I don't know what what else can people look forward to from you musically going forward?
As music in Nengi, bro.
Yeah.
Sazoba Mnandi. It's gonna be an exciting year. I'm gonna drop a lot of singles. Not a lot. How many is a lot? So starting from June, I'll put out something this June, mid-June. It's my birthday in June, by the way. So 20 June, Msizkay birthday celebration yana thing that weekend we are, because 20 June is part of V. So we're definitely putting out a celebratory song, you know, to celebrate life in JS Bongumdali sometime this June, and we'll also throw a party for you guys to celebrate the birthday after the Inlugamrepa concert. And then after that every 2-3 months I've been keeping single nyana. Plus I've done so many features with so many artists out there. Smelele nje ama release date lan ingoma ziyaphuma ziyabe ziziningi. You know.
So like, do you have a title for the single, or it's mysterious now?
For now, something's coming mid-June.
Nice.
16 Konafana. Yeah. To a day of the African child. You'll get something from this African child.
That's amazing.
Or keep that track look big you.
Yeah.
Golula.
It's just uchati. I like.
That was sick.
That was sick. Like, even wait, you put out certain things, like is it pictures or like before that people were speculating things.
The move behind that was really quite clever, you know, some clever marketing and push, and it worked out well. A lot of people love the song. A lot of people actually got to know about the song because of the promo stuff, you know.
Even go to put as Skonjo Shablando Labana.
Shout out to Skonjo.
How important is a promotion single before it comes out?
Roll out like
roll out. I can't even stress that importance here. Roll out perfect is so much. It's sick. So like Konoka, you can't appreciate what you don't know. So your favorite artist maybe is releasing a song Sasa. Lami nginjengile artist my favorite artist clearly 1 week later maybe I'm on YouTube doing whatever. 7 days ago released the song, you know. I missed the whole rollout. So I roll out it because it lets someone know what's coming and when it's coming, and you know, maybe imnikele hint yokuthi into yakhona into enjani, yabona. Most important.
So it's something that artists should really
focus on and invest in, doesn't
because I want to I think at some point Kendrick Lamar.
Yes. Ukuvuka ekseni
kanje ngoma ya alright mana ngikhiphe isikhiphiwe nxa ngasatholanga the views and the likes,
and then we cry like
support abantu abasupport, but you're missing that.
I remember this other time I was fighting with a colleague of mine, fellow artist. I won't mention the name. I was like, you know, sometimes amalingaku like yo achikela kuphela. It's like sometimes you don't even say what the song is about. The least you can do is like, okay, this song is about what maybe I was feeling heartbroken or whatever. At least when I come across the tweet or a post or whatever, I'm like, maybe let me check what this is about.
A story behind it, a theme behind it.
Social media, bro, is basically captions.
True.
It's storytelling.
If your caption is like,
you're telling your story each and every day to people. You know?
It is what it is. So so much work needs to be done on that.
When I'm roll out in advertising,
so much.
Would you, like, just as a question, would you be open like once in a while to do workshops, like whereby you are speaking. I know sometimes mainly now workshops, it's like it's other bigger organizations. But let's say when in your own capacity, when you now feel like maybe you are in a position to start sharing, right? Would you be open to do a masterclass? Because I see certain people do them. But like I've seen people, and bro, trust me, there's people who look at you like that. And sometimes if you're inside something, you can't see because your head is so much in the game, right?
Yeah.
But there's people who look at you, but if I can move like this guy, if I can do like this guy, see that. So would you be open to do something like that? Maybe later on in the future, maybe not this year.
Yeah, knowledge should be shared, bro. I believe in sharing knowledge. If I know something that can benefit someone, definitely I should be able to impart that knowledge and be like, hey, my friend.
This is how we
yabona nxa ufuna ukuthi wenze ihook emnandi njengamsizkay mele ungene e-studio so ugqoke i-chain
kontimele beqale ekwazana lo Nomalanga somehow.
Yeah, actually nxa ufuna ukubhala i-love song emnandi njengamsizkay kumele ukuthi uqale uthandane lo Nomalanga qeda lapho ekubreak iheart.
Nomalanga ngubani Nomalanga Msizkay?
Nomalanga ngubani?
Nomalanga yazazi madoda. Akadingo announce
every time. It's like he really agrees with Nomalanga.
Shout out to you, Nomalanga. I'm on TV, baby.
Yeah, I know, but like you need a news. I think now just to ask also, when most do you feel like you write your best songs? When you're happy or when you're sad? Like let's say right now you're saying Nomalanga, you know, like when do you write your best songs? Like because some people always say that artists do their best work, they write their best work when they're heartbroken, they're sad. You know, so when now for you, how is it like in terms of writing? In which state do you have to be in to write the best songs? Well, let me ask in particular for my favorite song from you, Unyas Tandela. That's my favorite song from you.
Okay.
So like, where were you, bro, when you wrote that? Because for me, it's like, that's all.
That's for me. I have to get into the studio, and open myself up to inspiration.
Okay.
Because sometimes I can't say I have to go into the studio when I'm in a certain mood, because this is actually work for us as artists. So you have to go into the studio because inspiration finds you when you're already working most of the time. So you have to go into the studio and just be willing to work, do the work. If it takes 4 hours, you've been in the studio 4 hours later, you then get the idea for Nyas Tandela, but you're already in the studio. You can't be like, I only go into the studio when I'm inspired. So you have to be willing to do the work even when you don't feel like it. That's what I think then makes it easy for you to be like, while least you're in there, you're like, but you know what? You know, that's a catchy line. Let's see where this goes. You know. So that takes you somewhere. But sometimes some of the best songs that I write are when I go into the studio already with a certain feeling, and then just turn that feeling into a song.
That's amazing, bro.
But now, sorry to go back.
Yeah.
I need to know about Nomalanga.
Yeah.
Unomalanga, ibizo lakhe nguNomalanga or umnika ibizo elithi Nomalanga, yini ibizo lakhe so Nomalanga?
No, Nomalanga is a character that I created.
Now it makes sense.
So some of the so that's the other thing. It goes back to what you, as a writer, what you believe. As a writer, I love creating characters. So you have to create a character.
So is Msizkay a character different from Sizalobuhle, or is
I create
or is the same person?
Msizkay or Sizalobuhle, for me, I believe they are the same person. Kuphela nje Msizkay is the name of the brand that makes the music, and Sizalobuhle is the name of the person. Yabona nje.
That last part. That's. So no, bro. It's like we want us to before we go.
Yes.
One last question. Sing ham.
Manager, so color yes, car.
Just embuzo uNomalanga right. Ngeze uthi ungabaleki.
Yeah.
He performed phambi president.
Ooh, bro. Yeah, that's it. That's an honor,
bro.
Yeah.
So, ukukhanyele.
Yeah.
Emhlabelile. Uhlabelele iZimbabwe, but he's there.
Bro. bro.
Yeah.
How does it feel, man?
It feels amazing. Yeah, it feels like, the people that are organizing such big events are trusting you and your craft. To say, we think you could provide entertainment at such a great level that you could entertain the head of state.
The head of state.
Yeah, and other dignitaries, and the world at large that is watching, on the other side of the camera. So yeah,
it was live.
It was being streamed live. Yes,
that was amazing.
Jay,
when I saw that, I was like, this is it.
Because the camera ya shifter.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah, he was jumping. I was like,
remember he's having fun.
He's having fun,
so yeah, we make the music, we put it out there, and when we get opportunities to actually perform it live at such a big scale of an event, that's actually, humbling and actually a great experience. Yeah.
That was good, bro. That's a career highlight, bro.
Of
course, when now I come a career highlights, but Tina, when you look at us like, she started performing for the president. That's amazing, bro. That's really amazing, and congratulations to you for that, bro. It's like,
shout out to the guys at ZITF, because they put that together. We're doing this, be a part of it. Yeah.
Shout out to all the brands who see value in the work that artists create,
Bro.
We really appreciate you guys. Right now we're talking about Indlugam Rapper campaign.
Yeah.
Bulawayo Awards, they came through. TCI came through.
Yeah.
There's the other construction company that you mentioned.
Builder's Choice and
Oasis came through.
Oasis came through, with the venue for the concert. Yeah.
It's Sky's Metro, they're coming through it.
Timber's Construction, Sky's Metro FM.
Ekaya is doing adverts.
So we really appreciate these things, because I feel like we need to change the narrative around we are not being supported or something.
True.
That makes the people who really put their money and their support to you, they feel some type of way.
True.
Because they're like, so me now, which means me support, are we born?
Are we
valued? Because you're still going out. And so we just wanted to let you know, the brands that we mentioned, we appreciate you. Continue doing that for Msizkay, continue doing that for more artists in the city.
Yeah.
And we know with your valid support, the art sector in the city is going to grow. Keep on doing
Most
that.
def.
We really appreciate you. So any closing words, my bro, before we go, anything that you like to tell the people, your people, I'm a shout out,
Yeah, man.
Any closing words?
Since
as
we
always,
day anyways.
Boss Bami is the audience,
yeah.
So they're the ones that keep me here. So shout out to everyone who's listening to the music. Shout out to everyone who's supporting the movement. Shout out to everyone who's out there trying their best to make sure ukuthi omunye umuntu uyezwa ingoma ayithandayo emnandi from their favorite artist. Thanking yabo.
Siyabonga.
Lingakhambili sithi ayisobo boss. Ngoboss ka Msizkay.
His boss.
Lamanye ama artists so ngoboss. Awukho unemployed. I'm joking.
Right. So thank you so much, bro, for coming through to the podcast. This is the reason why we created this podcast, to celebrate people like you. People who we believe are cultural movers, people who are impactful, who are doing amazing work. And right now you are stretching your brand to something so much bigger than yourself, That house is gonna house abantu, kuzalala abantu, kuzayizinto eziningi naphana phakathi, Maybe kuzavula studio one day, maybe kuzava the Msizkay museum. These things happen. So thank you for coming through to the podcast, and we are happy that we're able to document just one aspect of your amazing journey, So shout out Buffet to is the Culture Decoded podcast, the #1 podcast. It's your boy Prince, BRINT to the Z, and as usual in Shonampe to fish.
Yebo.
Yeah, siyabonga badala
So subscribe to the podcast. We're going to put some details on our YouTube page. Subscribe to our YouTube Culture Decoded podcast. Follow us, Culture Decoded podcast, everywhere. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, we're there. And also the podcast is now going to be available on all podcasting platforms that you use, Spotify, Apple Music. So make sure that you go out and support the concert Msizkay. We're going to put some details in the poster. Go out and support. It's on the 9th of June, 2023 at the Oasis. Danko, Siabo.
Stalo.
Awe.